What's going on, everybody? DJ GoHam here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we are going to talk about power food. This is the quick tip series. This series is going to take different topics from Farming Simulator and condense them down to short videos to quickly but thoroughly explain each. And again, today we're going to talk about power food, TMR, total mix ration, cow food. Let's get into it. Things that you will need. First, you will need a food mixer. There are 3 different ones base game, so you can pick which one you like. You will need a tractor to pull that food mixer unless you get the self-propelled version. You will need a bucket depending on which method you decide to go with. You may also need a bell spike, again depending on which method you decide to go with. And last but not least, again, depending on what method you go with, because there's a lot of ways to do this, you may need a hayloft. Today we are going to have the help window open so you'll be able to see kind of what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and why I am doing it. First things first, we are going to take method number 1, which is the bucket loading method. Now, we are using the Coon9 RA142, which has a capacity of 11,893 liters. This is with our John Deere 6R over here. Now, unfortunately with this one, that is not an even number by any means, and the bucket that we have right now has a capacity of 2,640. I normally go with a 20%, 40%, 40% food mix. So that is 20% straw, 40% silage, 40% hay. Just so I can use everything that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna do 2 bucketfuls of silage. That's right, 2 bucketfuls of silage. That's gonna give us 4,700 liters. Now we don't need a whole lot of straw in this. And also, doing it this way will give us almost a perfect 40-40-20 split. So this is assuming you have piles of things laying around, which we do: hay, straw, and silage. So again, we are going to do 2 bucket loads in the Manitou of silage, and then we're going to do 2 bucket loads of hay. Again, that's going to give us what we need from there. And then we can just add straw to tip it up. Now, of course, you can do this with any of the available implements that we have. One of the food mixers is 16,000, which we have one of those as well. And the other one holds 17,000. Now, that is a powered food mixer. That is a self-propelled. We have both of those sitting behind this one now. So I'm going to show you guys each and why I like to use each one. This I like to use as a kind of smaller scale type of thing. You know, you're not really needing this huge setup, this huge area. But again, this is what I do with this one. Bucket loading. We're going to get 1 more of these, and then we're going to get 1 load of straw. And I don't think I'm going to do jump cuts. Normally I do jump cuts of videos. I'm not going to do that because this seems to be a very important topic that a lot of people want to do and want to do right. And power food scares a lot of people. It can be daunting. It is challenging. But it doesn't have to be. It's just simple math. That's all it is. So right now, we have 2 bucket loads of each. We have power food right now. Yes, we do. We have power food. What we're going to do is we're just going to top it off with straw. Now, straw can take up about 25% of the total and be perfectly fine. Once you get past that, you do start running the risk of having too much straw, and you're gonna have to dump it all out and start all over again. I will show you guys that, so don't worry. I will show you, like, oh, I messed up, oh no, you know, that kind of thing. I'll help you with that, don't worry as well. That is easy to do. So now we have a full mixer, so let's jump in here. What do we got? There we go. It's showing us our total percentage. We have 44% hay, 44% silage, and 11% straw. Because all we need to do is really get that up. A lot of people do get confused about that. They don't want to put too much of this or too much of that in, or they can't see it. Don't worry about it. Just put equal amounts of hay and silage in, and then just top it off with straw. Get it to that point where you're at least 75% full, and you're good to go. And then all you got to do is bring it in and feed it to your cows. That is the first option, the bucket loading option. On to bales. So there are 3 different ways that we can do bales that work. Now we are going to be using the Silo King. This has a capacity of 16,000 liters. Fortunately for us, bales are 4,000 liters, divisible by 16 into 4. May not have said that the right way, but you get what I'm saying. So what we've got here, we have the 3 ways that you can fill this up and do it the right way and have no issues whatsoever. Never do 2 straw. Ever, ever, ever. Never do it. No 2 straw. Got it? Okay, we can move on. We are using 1 straw, 1 silage, and 2 hay for this right here. You can also swap the hay and the silage. So now we are doing 1 hay, 1 straw, and 2 silage. There is a third option where you do 2 silage and 2 hay, but hay and silage are more expensive than straw, which is why we use straw. Straw is a filler. That was confusing to me the first time I heard it. Just know straw is called filler because it is the cheapest and it is the easiest to get a hold of. So, first things first, we have our bale fork here. I'm going to take all 4 of these bales at one time and put them in there. Hopefully, I don't have any wrecks or accidents. I made a video not a crazy long time ago about how I thought you should just buy bales like this and just put them all in at one time. So we're going to do that. There we go. They have all plopped in, and let's come over here. We have a reasonably perfect total mixed ration. 50% hay, 25% silage, 25% straw. You can see straw is almost over the line. Not quite, but it is almost over the line. But that's okay. That's totally fine. And if you want to have 50% of what you're doing to be one thing and then 25-25, you can do that. This is one way to do it. Again, second way of doing bales, get 2 silage, 1 hay, 1 straw. Lift these up and just plop them in all at the same time. Boom, boom. Works perfect. And again, we get a perfect total mixed ration. We've got 50%, well, we'll have to load and unload just so we do that. We have 50% silage, 25% straw, and 25% hay. You don't need to get these in specific areas to make total mixed ration. That's what a lot of people think. They think it has to be a perfect mix every time. And there are a lot of ways to do this. There are a lot of ways. If you have more silage than hay, well, use more silage than hay. Bam. If you have more hay than silage, again, do that. If you have no straw whatsoever, no worries. You don't need it. But if you're doing TMR, you're going to need straw anyway because they need bedding. So you're going to have straw anyway. You may as well use it as filler. Bam. A lot easier to come by. So there we go. There is your second way of doing bales. Now, there is one other way. And I have said that straw is filler. Here is what that really means. Again, that is, it's required the smallest amount, but we don't even need straw. Check this out right here. We're going to pull up to the hay and the silage. No straw over there whatsoever. Let's jump in here, bring it down, and we're going to load it up. We're going to show you, you don't even need straw to do total mixed ration. Load the bales in. Bam, bam, bam. And again, perfect total mixed ration. 50% hay, 50% silage. So showing you do not need straw. If you really don't want to use it, don't use it. You don't have to. So this is way number 2, which is bales. Way number 3 to make total mixed ration is going to be to use a self-propelled sucker-upper. Now, we do have a modded version of this in-game. I want to show you guys this. You'll find these in animals. There's your coon, there's your Silo King, and then on down, let's see, in vehicles, actually, you're going to find these guys right here. Now, the mod that we have is the Silo King Self-Line Compact 1612, which has a 13,000 liter capacity. And then the one we're going to be using today is the Strautmann VM1702 SF for 158,000, holds 17,000. I love this food mixer. Mainly, it's the biggest one in the game. You can use it for whatever. It's its own vehicle. Blah, 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 blah. Just like doing the bucket method, I highly recommend you starting with hay and silage first if you will be using straw. So what we're going to be going for is we are going to go for a 40%, 40%, 20%, which is roughly 7,000, 7,000, 4,000. So we need to unfold it first. We are going to turn it on and lower the front. Now you can see right here, we have a raise and lower. We're going to lower it down, and we will be going forward until we get 7,000 roughly in here. There's 6,000, and there's 7,000 right there. We went a little over, but that's okay. It's not totally precise. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now we're going to do the same thing over here with hay. We're going to be going through, and we want to get another around 7,000. So we're going to go until we get about 14,000 liters total in here. Right at 14, right there. So we've got a little bit more silage than we do hay, which is totally cool. Not a problem at all. And now simply all we have to do is lower this down and completely fill it up with straw. There we go. That's the suck-up method. The suck-up method is actually pretty darn easy, and I feel like it gives you the most fine-tuned control. Unfortunately, with the suck-up method, using bales can be done, but it gets kind of weird. You end up with it being 17,000, you got 1,000 liters left over. So bales can go in, and it'll use the bale. It just will make part of it disappear, which stinks. Gotta tell you, it stinks. So this is way number 3, the suck-up method. Way number 4 is going to be the Hayloft method. Now this is very similar to the last method that I'm going to show you as well. Some people have Haylofts, some don't. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. We are going to use 1 part silage, 2 parts hay, 1 part straw for this. So we just need 1 silage bale. So we're going to get the 1 silage bale, and we are going to be using the 16,000 liter Silo King for this as well. Let's go forward, get that to accept, and there it goes. Let's drop this off. And we're going to take this guy right here, and we are going to pull under. Now, we are going to get an option between straw and hay. Again, always do your silage and hay first, and then top off with straw. That way you don't mess it up. Our total number right now is 4,000 liters in here. We want to double that to 8,000. So we're going to hit hay, and we're going to stop it when the total number is at 12,000 liters. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is going to be left stick, push it in. That will stop it. Now all we have to do is hit straw and just let it fill itself up. There you go. Now we have a virtual perfect mixture. Again, you know, it's never perfect, only matters if it's working. And there's a lot of room for leeway. So there you go, 52% hay, 25% silage, and 22.7% straw. But still, it works. It works just fine. Unload total mixed ration. There's one other way that I'm going to show you that is very similar to this one. Using the Silo King again for method number 5 is going to be the silo method. Now, some maps allow you to use silos, some don't. We have silo extensions on here so that we can. So we're going to go into silage, and what we want to do is we want to look at this, and I'm going to do our 40, 40, 20. So around 40% is going to be 6,000 liters. So I want to go in, and again, I want to do hay or silage first. So we are going to put in 6,000 liters, right about there, of hay. Now we're going to put in another 6,000 liters of silage, roughly, not quite, and then top it off with straw. There you go. Now we have 38% hay, 38% silage, and 23% straw. Again, not a perfect mixture, but you can see it works just the same. What happens if for some reason you mess it up? For this test, we are going to be going back to the Strautmann because we're going to have to pick stuff up off of the ground. Now, you could easily use a bucket for what we are about to do. However, we're going to do it this way. So let's say we're rolling in and I'm like, you know what? Straw is here. I'm going to go ahead and get straw. And we're not paying attention to how much straw we're getting. We're just filling it up until it looks good. And we say, you know, all right, well, here's all this straw. That's probably enough right there, right? So you've gotten your straw, and then you come over here, and you're like, okay, you know, I need to get my hay. Let's start filling up with hay. Bam, bam, bam. And you're not paying attention, and all of a sudden, you look down and you see, I forgot to get silage. Well, let's go over here and let's get silage. And so I've now got hay, straw, and silage, and we are at 17,000 liters. Well, it's not letting us put 17,000 in here, regardless. But now that mix ratio is all over the place. It is everywhere. Nothing is correct. We've got just barely enough hay in there for the percentage, but our ratio of straw is way off. What you want to do is you're going to want to hit both bumpers, right bumper and left bumper, or R1, L1, and you just want to hit Y, unload here. And it's going to unload from the top to the bottom. So it's unloaded the hay, now it's going to unload the silage, and now it's going to unload the straw. It will unload all of these separately, so you don't have to worry. So for us, I see, okay, well, we've just unloaded all that. You know, I think we've got enough room now to suck all this stuff back up. And so then I'm going to come back over here, and then you just kind of start feeding and start putting stuff in here until you can get back to that ratio. Start sucking that up, and now everything is green. Bam. We have 14,000 liters in here, but we have TMR. So that is good. There are a lot of ways to do this. It is very scary and daunting to start with, but the more that you experiment, the more you do it, the better you will get at it. I promise you. I've been doing this for maybe about a year. I had Farming Simulator well over 6 months before I even got into doing animals, doing anything like that. Do not worry. Do not fret. It is a very, very simple task. And it's just simple math. Make it easier on yourself. Do it the easy way. Again, there are 5 ways to do this. You can do bucket loading. You can do bales, and there are 3 ways to do bales. You can suck it up with one of these. You can use a hayloft, or you can use a silo. That's pretty much it. That's everything that I do to make power food. There may be a few other ways that you guys prefer to do it. And if you have any of those ways, feel free to drop those down in the comment section below. I would love to see what you guys have to come up with. With that being said, that is going to be it for today. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope this has been helpful to you guys. If it was, make sure you drop a like. If you're not already, please subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you later. Peace.